We would now like to start the regular press conference for Foreign Minister Motegi. I have one point to share with you. In Thailand as well as in Laos, there has been a recent surge of the novel coronavirus, causing the medical system to be under extreme stress. Against this backdrop, Japan has decided to send 775 oxygen concentrators to Thailand and 100 each of oxygen concentrators, aspirators, and patient monitoring devices to Laos. 600,000 doses of vaccine to Laos through the COVAX facility will be sent today. That is all.
So the floor is open for questions. Please proceed into the microphone stand if you have a question. The floor is open. Watanabe-san. This is Watanabe of NHK. With regard to your initial statement, this time around, for Thailand and Lao PDR, there's going to be a grant aid. Once again, what is the objective and the aim of this grant aid? And do you have any specific plan and to provide more assistance to other countries in the rest of the world? Around the world, the COVID-19 spread is ongoing. Therefore, under these circumstances, since last year, as far as Japan is concerned, the government provided medical devices and goods as well. In particular, those countries, developing countries that have the poor health condition, we provided such assistance. And into this year, the vaccination or the vaccines, which are supposed to be extremely important under these circumstances, the production of vaccines and procurement on a global scale, and at the end of the day, the vaccines should be delivered to the actual places. And what kind of assistance can be provided by Japan, in particular in terms of COVAX? There should be fair access among the developing countries with regard to the access to vaccination. And in particular, in Japan, we have sufficient supply of the vaccine doses, and therefore we can provide those vaccines in kind and to those countries, including Southeast Asia, where they have an acute situation with regard to the spread of COVID-19. And last one mile support is continued to be supported by us. Under these circumstances, in particular targeting those countries are suffering from a shortage of lack of oxygen concentrators, and so we provide supply to India, for example, not only ASEAN but also Southeast Asia, but not limited to them. As far as we are concerned, Japan will take the strategic position so that we will be able to provide necessary the assistance to those countries that in acute condition.
Takenaka-san, please. Reuters, my name is Takenaka. Regarding Belarus, the sprinter is what I would like to ask a question about Ms. Chimanowska. Yeah. How is she doing well now in terms of physical as well as mental condition? I understand that the support organization is saying she will take a plane to Warsaw yesterday. What is the understanding on the part of the Japanese government on this case? For Poland and Belarus, were there any messages to the Japanese government on this matter? I'm sorry, I didn't clear. That was not clear. Regarding this matter, can you ask one or two questions and ask your next question later? Please do not ask multiple questions in one. Please ask one or two questions first. Sorry about that. So can you repeat the questions once again? Now, how is she doing in terms of mental as well as physical state? And tomorrow, I understand that she will be taking the plane to Warsaw, according to support organization. What is the view of Japanese government? Now, on the 1st of August, as you know very well, Belarus track and field athlete has requested asylum. This has been self-disclosed, and from the night of 1st of August, the IOC as well as the organizing committee has been confirming her intention. She is requesting asylum in a third country. Therefore, we are soliciting cooperation from the related organizations to secure her safety. On the part of the government, on a continuous basis, we will continue to work with the related organization to take appropriate measures. She is now in a safe location, but because of the nature of this matter, I cannot give you further details.
Any other questions? Watanabe-san. This is Watanabe of NHK. On the relationship with Russia. At the end of last month, there was a visit by the Prime Minister of Russia to the Northern Territories, and there was a special zone was one of the proposals. And within the interactions between the two countries, have you grasped what is the content of the proposal by the Russian side? And going forward, how are you going to see the negotiation on the peace treaty going to develop between the two countries? On July 23rd, President Putin touched upon this possibility of joint proposal on economic activities. And later on, from the Russian side, there wasn't a detailed explanation given to us. But with regard to economic activities on those northern territories, I think we take note of the proposal made by the president. And in order to substantiate the joint economic activities, we are going to continue the negotiation on different levels on condition that it would not undermine Japan's legal position. With regard to other parts, for the rest, now I have already answered those questions on this topic the other day.
Sorry, I have a different topic to take up. Regarding Republic of Korea, the Olympic Village, I understand that they have their food supply that is independent. And the Fukushima food, as well as flowers, to do away without unfounded rumors was an important objective. But with their action, I believe that rumors are becoming to the fore. From the government, did you request measures to improve the situation and to the Korean side? Regarding, it's not just limited to Korean athletes, but for the Olympic Games, for the athletes coming to the Olympic Games subject to various mass media reports, for example, taking action outside of the village, etc. So on the part of the foreign minister, I'm not going to comment on each action. When we decided to hold the Olympic Games, this was positioned as the recovery Olympics. It is 10 years after the disaster. We have received many support from various countries, and we wanted to showcase the recovery in Fukushima for the affected area. We want to emphasize to the world that food from this area is safe. This is the objective that is what we are trying to promote in this Olympic Games. And this has been conveyed to the Korean side.
Takenaka-san. Writer Takenaka speaking. I have two additional questions. The athlete, when he was in Japan, I wonder if she left any message to the Japanese people. And if you have heard of it, would you please tell us, if any? And Belarus and Poland, I wonder if there are any messages given from those two countries to the government of Japan. As I mentioned earlier, now the overall situation I have already touched upon. And in addition to them, I will not go into all the details because of the sensitivity of the event. The press conference is complete. Thank you very much.